ladies and gentlemen, especially to my choreographers and dancers. My name is Trina Parks. I am the first Black American woman villain in James Bond movie Diamonds Are Forever as Thumper. Come with me as I speak about these two iconic choreographers that has really influenced my life of who I am today. This is my tribute to the great Miss Martha Graham, the founder of the Martha Graham dance technique. Join me again on this journey about her accomplishments and my experiences with this wonderful choreographer. I'm going to read you about her history so I don't forget the things that are important for you to know. Miss Graham was an American modern dancer, teacher, and choreographer whose iconic Graham-style dance technique reshaped the dance world and is still taught in academies worldwide. Miss Graham was born in Allegheny City, later to become Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Her parents provided a comfortable environment in her youth, but did not encourage dancing. There were two works that seemed to adhere to the American and Greek mythology of hers. One was Graham's most known pieces that incorporates American life. That piece is Appalachian Spring, done in 1944. The next iconic piece was Night Journey in 1947. By 76 years young, Miss Graham had choreographed 181 pieces. In 1972, she returned to her studio and went on to choreograph 10 new ballets. Her last was Maple Leaf Rag in 1990. The Martha Graham Dance Company is the oldest company in America, founded in 1926. It developed many famous dancers of the 20th and 21st centuries. Some were Eric Hawkins, Merce Cunningham, Paul Taylor, Anna Sokolow. Some of her female dancers were Martha Hill, Sophie Maslow, Pearl Lang, and the second group of her female dancers were Eureka and Patricia Birch. Graham was awarded a Guggenheim Fellowship 3 times, once in 1932, in 1943, and in 1944. In 1976, was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Gerald Ford. I would like to tell you about my wonderful experiences with this wonderful choreographer. Back in 1963, when I was a junior in the High School of Performing Arts. First, I want to tell you a little bit about before I got into the school and how I got into the school. I was taking ballet classes at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. And when I was about 10, 11 years old, I started doing ballet, toe work. I wanted to take the audition for the High School of Performing Arts in ballet, for the ballet department, to major in ballet. The directors of the Martha Graham dance department came to me, Miss Gertrude Scheer and Miss May O'Donnell, who were Miss Graham's original dancers, came to me and said, would I like to come back for the modern department? Actually, I didn't want to, but I'm not going to say, no, I don't want to come back. So I did. The next week, I took off my ballet slippers and did a short modern dance. I got into the school. But I did not know why they came to me, because at that time, and that is 1961, they were not accepting black females into the ballet department. Not until the 1970s, when MA, Music and Art, and PA, Performing Arts, merged in LaGuardia. So we were the only black dancer there, young black dancer there. That was my introduction to the Martha Graham Dance Technique department at the high school, New York High School of Performing Arts. I was thinking that I would not have ballet classes, but we did every day, as we did with the Martha Graham technique. My teachers were David Wood, who was Miss Graham's original dancer in her company, and Mr. Norman Walker. In my junior year, Mr. Norman Walker chose me as the lead female in his Martha Graham piece that we did at the end of the year, called Ritual and Dance. Throughout the years, also, Miss Graham would come and teach master classes to our class, and also some of her original dancers, especially to me, her first black female dancer, Miss Mary Hingston. I was so honored to meet her after her master class to us. Later in the year, Miss Helen Tamaris, who was also Miss Graham's original dancer, was commissioned to do a piece for the senior group, which was our group, our 1965 performance. Miss Helen Tamaris chose myself, Ben Vereen, and Winston Hemsley to do her Negro spirituals, her iconic pieces that no one else had done but herself back in the 1940s when she created the Negro spirituals. She chose me to do Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. What an honor. What an honor. Some years later, Miss Anna Sokolow, who also was Miss Graham's original dancer, asked me if I would like to join her original dance company. And Miss Anna Sokolow was also, at that time, choreographing the musical Hair on Broadway. I was honored to join Miss Anna Sokolow's company. We performed in Berkeley, California, and we performed live at that time, Hallmark Hall of Fame series, which would come on Sundays, live. We performed her iconic piece, Rooms. These people, these wonderful dancer choreographers from Graham, Miss Graham's dancers, original dancers, dancers working with her. I was so honored to have worked with, to have been taught by, and to have known, to have them give me all of this wonderful technique that I have still in my body. I have been be able to teach others this wonderful, iconic Martha Graham technique. Miss Graham passed away of pneumonia in 1991 in New York City. Her autobiography, Blood Memory, was posthumously published in the fall of 1991. In 1987, Graham was inducted into the National Museum of Dance by Mr. and Mrs. Vanderbilt. In May 11, 2020, which would have been Graham's 126th birthday, the New York Public Library for the Performing Arts acquired Graham's archives for its Jerome Robbins Dance Division archives, including paper-based material, photographs, films, and rare footage of Graham dancing in her iconic works. Also, I have written my autobiography. They call me Thumper. All of my experiences with Miss Katherine Dunham, with Miss Graham, Miss Martha Graham, is in this book in detail. So you will know more of this great history of both of these iconic choreographers and dancers. I want to say to all of my young, inspiring, aspiring dancers and theater artists, and my young professional artists, please know your dance and theater history. About the iconic artists of the shoulders that you stand, you dance on. You will definitely be more knowledgeable and about your craft and a much more consummate performer. Thank you all for listening and watching my Women's History Month Modern Dance Tribute. Thank you.